Hello everyone and welcome back to Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto market. My name is Connor and we have yet another live stream and a ton of things to cover because the bad news just doesn't stop for crypto. Recently, $1.4 billion was hacked by North Korea from the Bybit exchange. And this happened yesterday. So let's discuss what this means for the market as well as everything else going on. Sentiment is very negative at the moment. However, prices aren't necessarily budging from their current ranges. Are we seeing a bottom form or are we in for another leg lower? Let's talk about all that right now. So looking at the overall market, Bitcoin, Ethereum still holding their respective ranges. Bitcoin trading for $96,650, ETH trading for $2,767. And I'll show you the Ethereum chart. This red candle is yesterday. This was the $1.4 billion hack day. And as you can see, Ethereum really barely did budge. Why is that? Well, these hackers can't necessarily sell that $1.4 billion on the open market because it's all on chain. Their assets are getting frozen. Exchanges are working with one another to essentially not enable these hackers to sell, but they're moving, they're bridging to different blockchains. Regardless, ETH didn't really budge and is still holding this range from around $2,500 to $2,800. Now looking at the crypto bubbles, we are seeing a bounce right now on the market. Prices are down and you can see that, we have some single digit bounces, some coins putting in 10% bounces on the day overall. I'll talk about altcoins a lot in this stream and what we need to see to essentially confirm that we're going to start a new uptrend. We don't have any confirmation of that just yet. Some altcoins have put in nice bounces, but personally, I'm looking at them as bearish retests of the origin of their breakdowns right now. So once we get into the charts, I will explain that further. But for the time being, let's take a look at some of these majors. Also, big shout out to everyone here in the live chat, guys. Be sure to smash up that like button. Shout out to Zach. Zach says, hopefully these altcoins can sustain, these altcoin rallies can sustain. I'll talk about that in a second. Shout out to Be Cool. Shout out to Rosie. What's up, Rosie? How are you? We got the Silva Dollar in the building saying, wonderful day for a live from the king. Appreciate that, Silva Dollar. Thank you for your support. We got C Don't Care saying, happy weekend, Connor. Bring on a much needed green week. Shout out to C Don't Care. Thank you, sir. Johnny G. What's up, Johnny G? We got Grotto EZ. We got Joey Joe saying, I'm looking scruffy. Suppose I could shave, but we're all good. We got Johnny K. We got D'Angelo. We got Woody. What's going on, Woody? How are you? And Lee J. What's up, Lee? How are you? And Joey Joe says, was it a hack or a hack? LOL. Yeah, so whenever these exchanges do get hacked like this, it typically is some kind of inside job. We learned, it was already pretty clear that the market's heavily manipulated. We know that. But just last week, or was it 2 weeks ago now? It was last week. Of course, the Argentina coin launched and we essentially discovered we can actually point fingers and put names on some of the largest people in the cabal on Solana. So a lot of exposing is happening recently, and now a 1.4 billion hack comes out of nowhere. In my opinion, all exchange hacks are most likely inside jobs. But yeah, it happened. And, the official story, it was North Korea, the Lazarus group that put that hack together. Who knows, right? Because the press and actual reality don't often match. Anyways, let's take a look at some of these major charts and get a grasp on what's happening in the market right now, because most people really don't have a clue what the heck to expect from crypto after all of these negative events have taken place. Real quick, let's just go over some of these negative events that have taken place. So Fridays in crypto since Trump won the election, really in 2025. First, on the 17th of January, Trump launched his token, right? It was a day later that Melania launched her rug pull token connected to Kelsier Ventures, Jupiter, Meteora. Again, the top of the totem pole on Solana, all implicit in launching these rugs, Melania. And then what happened? The following Friday, we had the DeepSeek AI, the Chinese AI, causing a crash to the market. And then after that, we had the Trump tariff crash, which was at the end of January. A few days later, January 2nd, January 3rd, prices declined rapidly in altcoins. They got smoked. And then the next event was on Valentine's Day. We had the Libra token launch, the president of Argentina, again launching a complete scam rug pull connected to Kelsier Ventures. Jupiter, Meteora, top of the food chain on Solana, they're all implicit. And now, yesterday, the 21st of February, Bybit got hacked for $1.46 billion. So it just keeps on stacking on. It seems like crypto can't catch a break for anything, especially Ethereum, which has been the laughingstock of the entire cycle. Now, let's compare all this negative news to what the charts are telling us, because news aside, charts always come first, and the charts are actually going to give you a much better indication of how to play the market, how to read the market, than just looking at all the negativity you're seeing on the news websites and on crypto Twitter, on social media. Because there's a lot of really dark dystopian stuff happening in the crypto market. I might as well just mention it right now. It's very sick. It's sinister. Essentially, yesterday, some dude on a crypto or on a Twitter or an X live stream, he offed himself essentially. So look, man, may he rest in peace. This is very dark. It's very dystopian, but I mean, this is like the first public thing we're seeing when it comes to something like this. Who knows how much it's happened not publicly, but it just goes to show you, a lot of people are, not in a very good state. So anyways, a 23-year-old passed away on a live stream on Twitter, and he used his last $500 on a meme coin. And I didn't watch the video. I don't want to watch the video. I have no interest in taking in, absorbing, consuming that type of content. I'm a firm believer in the content that you do consume has a large implication on essentially shaping your reality. So I really don't want to see a video like that personally. Maybe some of you have watched it. But yeah, I have no interest in watching it. I believe he played Russian roulette, and he said, if I go here, make a meme coin after me. And that's what happened. Okay, on the live stream, he pulled the trigger, bam, flatline. And then a bunch of people went ahead and launched meme coins about this just to make a quick buck. I laugh, but it's not funny. It's sinister. It's sick. It's very dark. It's straight out of Black Mirror. But yeah, just added to another thing that's happened recently in the crypto market. It's getting super weird out here, to say the least. And look, never do that, right? It can always essentially be worked out, and it's not as bad as you may think it is. Anyways, let's take a look at the charts now, actually, and go over the market and the TA, the technical analysis. So the first major chart we're going to look at is USDT dominance, stablecoin dominance with Tether. And this is one of the most important, if not the most important chart, right? Using this in tandem with individual altcoins, Bitcoin, etc., does give you a considerable edge over people that don't look at this. So anyways, what's going on here? Well, of course, this is an inverse correlation to the crypto market. So when this goes up, of course, altcoins and crypto goes down. And when this goes down, we see altcoins go up. So as of right now, this is at a very important key level. It's at the 4.61% previous swing high. This obvious wick from the 20th of December over here. Okay, we're using that as our previous swing high. And you can see the daily 200 EMA is at 4.62%, essentially the same exact level. So very important what's happening at the current moment, but there's really no clear indication of what direction this does want to go next. All right, it is still a very large possibility, especially with everything that's gone on, to see a triple drive, a third spike up. To go ahead and complete the triple drive, it would be 1, it would be 2, and then potentially 3 here, seeing a spike up in stablecoin dominance to the 5 percentile levels. And this is going to cause another flash crash in the crypto market if it does happen. Now, the early signs of this happening would be a daily candle close above this 4.61% level. We had a lot of wicks above, but we have had no daily closures above this just yet. If we open this next week and we get a daily closure above it, we should for sure be looking to brace ourselves for another potential flash crash. And we should have our very important key demand levels marked out on altcoins to be ready to essentially buy and enter longs on that massive crash if it is given. All right, and again, we would need to see a close above 4.61% minimum on the daily time frame. If we do end up rolling over, of course, that would be bullish if we rolled over. All right, so that would likely mean a move down to minimum 4.27 to 4.25%. We could potentially go as low as 4.1% before some kind of bounce. And overall, my bull market target is still intact, and it's still on the table for later on this year. That's going to be seeing stablecoin dominance at 3.3% down here, and that would be the altcoin season that everybody wishes for. There's a major level as low as 2.9%, but you cannot discount this level first. And if you just wait for essentially 2.9% and just disregard this 3.3% level, you could end up losing all of your gains, just like not selling here at the 3.8% level every time it was touched in both December as well as January. So overall, complete indecision, non-directional volatility, very little indication of which direction this market does want to go. Again, we're seeing a lot of altcoins bounce. For example, Casper right now, it's bounced, but where has it bounced? It's bounced right into a previous support, now resistance level. You can go ahead and mark it out. We'll just use a line. Grab this wick low, but this whole entire general area, right? Previous support, now resistance. So what would need to happen here for Casper to actually confirm a new uptrend? It would need to reclaim the previous swing high from late January, right? That's all the way up here at 13 cents. As of right now, it's pumped into resistance. It is rejecting, okay? Many other charts do look like this. And again, we should be treating these as bearish retests right now. There's really no indication that the bottom is in currently and the market is ready to rip higher, right? We can use sentiment being extremely negative, right? That's one thing, but the charts are not saying that it's time to rip up just yet. Yeah, so for altcoins in general, especially the ones that have rallied to resistance recently, very well could potentially just be bearish retests. So it's essentially not time to be overly bullish and start entering the market with crazy risk again. We're not risk on yet. So you do have the option to, of course, enter risk on, but there's a large chance, a large probability you end up getting trapped and used as exit liquidity essentially, which is why it's better right now to err on the side of caution and wait for the majors to actually confirm something before putting any heavy risk in the market currently. Of course, short-term trading, scalping, day trading, that's different because you're in and out in a very short time frame. But when it comes to the overall direction, the trend right now, it is largely uncertain. Now, Bitcoin, again, non-directional volatility. We are in a very tight range on BTC. We've seen lows at the yearly open, right? If I go pull up the Spaceman BTC key level indicator, our yearly open was tested on Tuesday of the previous week. Saw a nice bounce. With the North Korea hack yesterday, we went as low as 94,800 approximately, bounced right back to above 95K. Nothing is happening, very tight range, very little volume, very little volatility, and the volatility is non-directional. It is sideways, it is choppy. Now, in terms of all the major charts, right, all of these, right, US stablecoin dominance, it spiked up here to almost 5%. Bitcoin dominance spiked up here to 64.3%. Total spiked down. Total 2 spiked down to $1 trillion. All these charts hit key levels except for Bitcoin, which is another reason why I'm erring on the side of caution right now. What's the key level for Bitcoin? Where is the key liquidity lying on the chart? It's at $89,000. It's down here at this line at 89,000. Okay, Bitcoin is the only major chart that has not grabbed its key liquidity lower, which is why I'm also somewhat cautious, because the market likes to grab liquidity. The market likes to go where it can grab liquidity and then reverse. That is $89,000 for Bitcoin. It has not gone that low yet, while all the other major charts have hit their respective key levels. Okay, so a move to Bitcoin 89K, that's likely going to line up with another, it will line up with another spike up of stablecoin dominance up here towards 5%. It would line up with another spike of Bitcoin dominance, etc., etc. You would see a lot of confluence with all of this. So that's the level to watch for Bitcoin, $89,000. Altcoins would likely get completely smoked again if we were to see Bitcoin drop just, $7,000 to 89K. But, that's the reality of the market we're currently in, where Bitcoin dominance is so high. Bitcoin dominance is so high right now. Some small moves for Bitcoin has large implications for altcoins. And also just with Bitcoin dominance being very high at the moment, it's been in a over 2-year uptrend. It will roll over at some point in time. And when it does roll over and we see it go sub 50%, that will line up with stablecoin dominance also rolling over and going over here to 3.3%. Everything will work in tandem, but for now we have no indication on how this wants to go. And really the best thing to do is just kind of lay low, keep it cool, sit on your hands and wait for more direction from the market, because there's no sense in trying to force anything and then you end up getting trapped. Like I said, being used as essentially exit liquidity for the market makers, because all they're trying to do right now is force people to make some kind of move so that they can grab their liquidity. All right, so again, 89K for Bitcoin. If given, strong buy opportunity. To the upside, we would need to get a strong closure above 99-100K. The previous swing high for BTC is 102K, so that would be nice to be reclaimed, and then we can talk about new all-time highs. But until that happens, we're not going to talk about new all-time highs because it's not really on the table right now. It just is not on the table. So that's your general market overview with Bitcoin. We looked at ETH. We looked at some of the majors. Right over here in the total too, again, it dropped to 1 trillion during that flash crash on the 3rd of February, that Sunday evening. It was actually the 2nd of February. And if it was to drop again, we potentially revisit that 1 trillion, or maybe we go a bit lower to as low as 920 billion. Again, this would be a crazy buying opportunity, and this would very likely mark the bottom before the final rally of the cycle this year. All right, so long story short, your summary, your too long didn't read of the overall market right now. Expecting higher later this year, but as of right now, like I essentially said in my recent video that was released yesterday about the Libra coin scam launch, it's just going to take a little bit of time right now for things to digest everything. We have had just massive value extraction event after value extraction event, and these were essentially black swans. Right, nobody expected the president of Argentina to be working alongside with Kelsier Ventures and some of the leading protocols on Solana to launch a scam meme coin. Nobody expected North Korea to hack Bybit for 1.4 billion. Nobody expected Trump and Melania to launch scam meme coins. Right, so these are all considered kind of black swan events, because a black swan is just something that is not expected. It comes out of nowhere. So yeah, it's just a brutal time in general, but ultimately I do still see higher prices this year, and we're just going to go off what the charts are saying, and we're going to take it step by step, level by level, because that's really all you can do in this market. All right, and later on, when these levels are hit, if they are ever hit, all right, for example, stablecoin dominance down here, Bitcoin dominance down here, I'll be here, I'll be live, and I'll be telling you it'll be time to get the heck out of everything. All right. So as of right now, that is the situation in the crypto market. Let's go ahead and catch up with our live chat, and I have a lot more stuff I want to talk about. Big shout out to Arturo Torres. What's going on? We got Sly Cash. We got Abdi Mac. What's up, Abdi? We got H+. We got OB1. What's up, OB1? Good to see you as always. Matt1 says GM. What's up, Matt? XRP is king. Kanye West coin will rug pull. So yeah, that's another thing happening right now. I don't have any tweets up about that. Let me pull something up real quick. But long story short, Kanye West is talking about launching some type of meme coin. He recently followed CZ, the founder of Binance, on Twitter, and he also followed a random, let me pull this up, he followed this random crypto Twitter account, this guy Tall Data, who is some kind of, I guess he's a part of some kind of marketing firm or something. I really don't know who this guy is. You can see he's running Twitter Spaces talking about the Ye coin launch. And yeah, Kanye West recently followed this guy today, right? He's following 2 people now on Twitter. He's following CZ and this guy Tall, talking about launching some type of meme. I got to be careful on Kanye's Twitter account because, man, this guy is just totally off the rails. And he posts the most absurd things ever, including inappropriate content. So I got to be a little bit careful with what I show. But yeah, I would not buy a Kanye West coin. It will obviously be some type of scam. It will obviously be some type of rug pull like all the other Solana meme coins. So I do not suggest touching any Kanye West associated meme coin if it launches sometime soon. I would stay far, far away from that. Shout out to Dan Griffiths. What's going on, Dan? Shout out to the Silva Dalla mentioning how the Mastermind is bringing massive opportunities. So yeah, it's mentioning Treble here. Treble swap right now is back up to 75 cents. So the bottom was put in at around 42 cents, and that was yesterday. And what happened recently with Treble swap was they finally got exposure, essentially. You can see from the lows at 42 cents. Why is this chart lagging? This thing's lagging on me. Sorry, guys. Whatever. I won't pull a percentage. But anyways, it's up like 80% from the lows yesterday. And it's looking quite bullish right now. And what happened with Treble is it literally was the first V4 DEX to ever launch in crypto. So none of these platforms like CoinGecko had the aggregation tools to pull from V4 liquidity pools. But yesterday they finally integrated it. So if you search Treb in CoinGecko, it pops up in Gecko Terminal now. It didn't pop up before because it was a V4 DEX and they didn't list any V4 DEXs. Okay, this is actually the V2, my bad. But regardless, they listed it yesterday, as you can see, is the price at 42 cents, and it has pumped up here to 75 cents. It did hit 80 cents. And also, one other thing, Treble got listed on CoinMarketCap. Again, these platforms were not listing Treb because they couldn't pull the V4 aggregation, but now they can. So now everyone sees, oh, wow, Treb is actually legit. It's actually what it said it was. It actually is the first V4 DEX. And I guess everyone kind of realized, everyone woke up at the same time. And as you can see here with the CoinGecko chart, CoinMarketCap chart, it got listed yesterday on the 21st down here. And yeah, I mean, they listed it at the bottom, which is cool, and a pump directly ensued from these listings. So great stuff to see Treble finally get some type of exposure. Of course, Coinbase as an American company, Base as an American blockchain, it's good for the future of this cycle, right? This year in crypto, Trump is likely going to give a lot of breaks, a lot of perks and benefits to U.S. crypto companies. So yeah, I do expect Base to catch a lot of headwinds from that, and Treble Swap is very well positioned to see some more value accrual. Made the all-time high up here at 370, pulled back to 42 cents with the entire market going to shite essentially. But do not forget, Mastermind members got into the private sale at 5 cents. The public sale, which I made the YouTube video about, everyone was able to get in at 10 cents. So that's still up 7.5x from the public sale. And even from day one when it launched at 12 cents, anyone was able to buy on the open market. It sat at 20 cents for a few days. You know, you're still up over like 3x, 3.5x from there. So again, continues to be a major win, and I'm quite bullish on it. I think it will make a new all-time high, and we'll see how it does progress. But yeah, Treble Swap, that's the update on it. Finally did get listed on all the right places, CoinGecko Terminal, as well as CoinMarketCap. Very good for exposure, and we'll see how things do develop here. And this is just what happens when you have actual fair tokenomics. You do a launch where you can't have insiders just go ahead and take up huge percentages of the supply. You have a good vesting schedule, and you have a team that actually is competent and knows what they're doing. This is what happens when you actually kind of do things the correct way, instead of just trying to maximum value extract which is just everything that's been going on, especially on Solana recently. So yeah, this is why I backed Treble Swap over a year ago when nobody knew what it was, when they were just building in silence. This is why I backed it back then. And it's good to see that it followed through, that the team followed through. So yeah, anyways, that's Treble Swap and crushing it. One of many wins that we'll have this year, but yeah, we got some other stuff cooking. So I'm excited for the future and, of course, bullish on Treb. Shout out to Florent. What's going on, Florent? He says, smash the like button, guys. Connor, thanks for the live. Quite about Fluid. What's your view on it? Fluid. What is it? Ethereum infrastructure? Blending and borrowing on Ethereum? So Ethereum is the most legitimate blockchain for decentralized finance. So protocols that are actually building value, those are going to be the ones that do see longevity. Now this Fluent, I haven't not necessarily heard of it. I'll be straight up with you guys. My take on it, I can't really give too much of a take other than it's a lending and borrowing protocol, which means it's very similar to Aave. Of course, Aave is one of the top DeFi protocols on Ethereum. Trump, through World Liberty Financial, is buying Aave, so it's obviously a needed product for the market. This chart looks very strong, and it's holding up really well, and it's been on a nice rally from October, and it's held value super good. So yeah, one of the more bullish charts right now. But again, with how things are in the overall market, right, there is still another potential crash on the table. So I wouldn't be going too crazy on risk. And if it was to crash again, I would be looking for support down here at 480 or maybe lower at this level at 350. Yeah, around 350. But yeah, Florent, anyway, good to see you, my man. Thank you for being here in the live chat. Shout out to Adrian Kent. Nice one. Sorrel says Treb back on the up indeed. Be Cool says he bought more Cubic. Cubic's in a major discount level. It's essentially back to its bottom, the bottom of the chart. It is a demand zone, as you can see down here. So Cubic, I do think, will have another run up. And in terms of current price, I would be somewhat cautious of it sweeping the lows on the Gate.io exchange, which is at 1,295 per billion. So if it, like, current price, definitely good price. But if you do see a sweep, that would be another test of this channel I have drawn. That would be the optimal buying opportunity. It would be on a sweep of the lows. But yeah, Cubic for sure at a discount, oversold, trading in demand at the bottom of the chart. I do expect it to make another run up. I do still hold this coin. And they're doing all the right things as well, right? They have really stepped up their entire game when it comes to like marketing and exposure and their social media, everything that's going on. They've really stepped all that up. So yeah, should bode well, especially when AI catches a bid once again. I do see this as one of the stronger AI projects in the market. And it's a huge plus that it's not on Solana. Thank God it's not on Solana. Because Solana is just the land of insider games, insider trading. And at this point in time, I mean, I don't know what it will take for me to buy another coin on Solana, but I really have zero plans of it right now. But yeah, Cubic in demand. Watch for a sweep if given. That will be your best optimal entry. So someone here is saying Sui is dead. Let me just address that real quick. Sui isn't dead. Sui likely will go to my target for Sui for the cycle. It's $6 to $8. All right. I've mentioned it a lot previously over the past few months. Yeah, my cycle target for Sui is going to be $6 to $8. You can see from the all-time high at 539 to the low from February 3rd, if I pull a fib, our 0.27 extension is going to be at $6.16. Our 61.8 extension is going to be at $7.19. And the -1 extension is going to be at $8.32. I would treat these as your cycle targets. $6 to $8 for SUI. I do not think it is cooked. Of course, if you see it down here at 2 again, this level I have circled, this is a very important key level. That is your optimal entry for a higher time frame bullish reversal. I do think it will make a new all-time high later this year. I wouldn't fade it. I wouldn't say it's done. I do see it trading for $6 to $8 later on this year. Of course, that's not even a 2x from current price. But don't forget, this thing was at 50 cents only as long as 6-7 months ago over here in August. This was 7 months ago. It was at 50 cents. So yeah. Anyways, that's the cycle target for SUI if you were wondering. I do not believe it is dead. Shout out to Monica from Las Vegas. Also Glasshopper77 saying, what's good, Empire fam? Good to see you, Glasshopper. Season 3 OG says nothing was worse than FTX. This will blow off quick. Yeah, FTX was for sure extremely brutal. And the market hasn't really necessarily reacted to this recent hack. But yeah, these exchanges going down typically do mark some type of bottom. But I'm still just going off of what the charts are saying, and there's just complete indecision in the market currently. So with complete indecision, there's really no sense in trying to force anything. Just wait for a clearer picture to show up, essentially. And for many alts, for a bullish, clearer picture to show up, we'll go back to SUI, for example. We would need to see SUI reclaim the previous swing high. I have this marked out. They're all going to be from around late January, January 30th, January 31st. So for SUI, that's at $4.25. Okay, so if this was to reclaim this previous swing high, that is a very bullish indication that the market wants to push higher. But we shouldn't be looking for an immediate breakout to new all-time highs. We should look for the pullback once this previous swing high is closed above, and then we look for the new highs. But yeah, that's across the board with every altcoin you look at. I've been mentioning this in my live streams that I've been doing recently because that's how things are in this range-bound, undecided market. Wait for a key level to be taken before you make a move, essentially, or you can really short-term scalp, time frame trade the range. Up to you, of course. But anyways, good engagement here in the chat, guys. If you haven't smashed the like button yet, go ahead and smash that like button. We have 160 people watching and only 40 likes. That's a really weak ratio, guys. Please go ahead and smash up that like button. I really appreciate the support, and it helps out the channel a ton. So yeah, smash up the like button. I'm very grateful for you guys doing that. Thank you for all of your support. Shout out to Crypto Maniac. What's up? Natty says, is Griffin cooked? It looks cooked. It looks like it's ready to be, it's time to stick a fork in it because it's done, as the saying goes. Now look, this level it's currently in is basically its last hope. But in my opinion, why has this happened? Look, if we look at all the Solana meme coin charts, they kind of look the same. Griffin is, it got destroyed. It got absolutely destroyed by heavy selling, likely from insiders. It looks completely cooked. And, obviously in hindsight up here on January 22nd, when the price was 62 cents and made that all-time high, every single token should have been dumped on the market. This is its final kind of demand zone before it's right back to square one, which would be like a 20 million market cap, essentially. Maybe you see 30 to 20 million. And of course, if that doesn't hold, it's right back to the floor. So yeah, Griffin definitely getting sold off more aggressively than a ton of other altcoins. Why is that? I mean, the only logical reason I can think of is just the market makers, the insiders, the people that got the contract early, whoever, Solana Foundation, I don't know who it was. Probably multiple parties, but they are just aggressively dumping everything, it does appear. So if this level doesn't hold and the market makers don't want to reverse it from here, yeah, this thing's going back down even further to Goblin Town. So pretty cooked right now for sure. And definitely one of the worst performing altcoins. It is a pretty bleak picture. But again, Solana, I have zero interest in buying any coin on Solana going forward. Just an insider trading cesspool. So we have a troll named Kirk with us today. Kirk says name one project on Sui. Well, Cetus is the main exchange on Sui. And Kirk, you are a complete clown, my man. So you're going to be put in timeout, and you can reflect on how much of a clown you're being in timeout. But sayonara, pal. You can please go troll someone else's live stream, because I'm not going to take your trolling. Botanical Mushroom says Treb is available on Uniswap. Yes, they listed a V2 pool on Uniswap as essentially a workaround to get listed quicker for kind of visibility. But the main exchange is, of course, the Treble exchange on their own platform. Ian says Bitcoin will go up when they find Fort Knox is empty. Probably it will. Real quick, let's go over some more news here. So we have Watcher Guru saying that $927 billion was wiped out from the stock market yesterday, the worst day of 2025. So about $1 trillion wipeout on stocks yesterday. And crypto really didn't budge too much. Yeah, we went over the Yay coin. We went over all of the brutal current events that have been happening. Just scam after scam after scam. Every single Friday since Trump's inauguration, essentially. And now I want to bring something up, because I got to address a situation, because this was kind of pathetic, at least in my head. So I want to go ahead and make a call out here, because just really weak, pathetic behavior by some people. So I called out tactical investing. This is in regards to the Karate Combat Influencer Fight Club. If you guys are unaware of what the IFC is, real quick, I'll show you. Essentially, George from Cryptos RS partnered up with Karate Combat to bring the biggest influencer fights in history. That's what they say, of course. Now, I do have an interest in stepping into the pit for the Influencer Fight Club. As someone who has a YouTube channel, I was like, this seems like a crazy opportunity. I would like to do this, right? So I took a look at who's out there, who's been doing it, who's already done it, who's stepped up to the plate already. And this dude, Tactical Investing, stepped up. And he's 2-0. And he's 20, I believe he's 25 years old. I just turned 28 last week, so he's younger than me. Claims to be a Taekwondo black belt. He's 2-0 in the pit with his recent victory with a 46-second TKO. Meanwhile, he went for an illegal takedown, and the dude fell on his shoulder and dislocated it. And super cringe his reaction, acting like he's, the best fighter ever with a 46-second TKO. So I was like, okay, and he's also my weight. He fought at like 200 pounds. That's my weight. So I was like, this is perfect call out. So I called him out. That's exactly what I did here. And then we had Shiny D step up to the plate. He's like, yo, you should fight this guy. And I was like, why don't you step up, Mr. 1-0? And Shiny is Mr. Flexin', got a bunch of chicks in his profile, right? Always showing off the guns. Long story short, I was discussing with Shiny back in September of this year. We had a little Telegram group going on, discussing everything, because we were going to potentially step into the pit and be opponents. That did not work out because I had a bit of a shoulder injury myself. I had to go to physical therapy and get it back up, get cleared by the doctors, etc., get it strong again. Anyways, I just reached out, as you can see, on the 13th of February, just a friendly message to touch base. No animosity at all. I said, hey, yo, Shiny, what's up, bro? Do you have any plans to get back into the pit? Now, I guess my public callouts got to his head a little bit. Hashtag rent free. Shiny, where you at? But essentially, I think he's boys with our guy Tactical Investing over here, who, again, is a very fair opponent for me. younger than me, more experienced. I have zero fight experience. I train in my spare time. Okay, I've never had a sanctioned bout. But anyways, Shiny yesterday goes, I really had zero interest in stepping in with Shiny at this point in time. I know he weighs less than me. I just said that because he responded to my tweet. But he says, bro, I'm not fighting you. Go fight up, not down. Go fight someone more experienced, more weight. Quit calling out smaller, older, less experienced people. And then he leaves the chat like a coward, like a little bitch. So let's get some facts straight right now. Who's more experienced than me or Boy Tactical? Who's older? I'm older. I'm pushing 30. He's like 25. Who has more experience? He's 2-0. He's a Taekwondo black belt. Seems like the perfect opponent. He's also my weight. So anyways, Shiny, you're a clown, bro. And you're also a coward. You're a pussy. So I know you'll watch this clip. Hashtag rent free. Why'd you leave the group chat? Coward. Anyways, let's get back to the crypto live stream, guys. I had to make that call out. I don't condone that type of behavior. It's absolutely pathetic. Shiny, why are you flexing on social media so hard, man? Why are you ducking? Why are you scared? Coward. I digress. Let's get back to crypto. Super weak move, though. Dan says he thinks Griffin will go back up. He says we don't condone that here. I mean, it's just coward behavior, man. Like, I literally reached out friendly, no animosity. Like, what's up, man? How's it going? He gets all emotional and, like, storms out, leaves the chat. It's like, bro, what's up, dude? What's going on? What's going on there, my friend? Why are you so upset? But anyways, back to Griffin. Yeah, look, fundamentals are good. They're developing a lot of, it appears to be a solid project from the outside. But the thing is, if the token is launched improperly, i.e. a bunch of insiders get in early, things like that, it doesn't matter how good the fundamentals are because it's just insider trading and they'll just wreck it. So yeah, this was, if it needs to reverse from this level, essentially. If it can't put in a reversal in this demand zone, as you can see, I have marked out, it's going all the way back down to sub 30 million market cap. And that's another over 50% haircut from current price. So bounce here or just complete death, in my opinion. I agree with you, Dan. Like, it's a very promising project they're building, but if the token was launched improperly, it doesn't matter how good the fundamentals are if it's just an insider trading game. And that, unfortunately, does appear what has happened with Griffin. Marcus, it would be 30 to 20 million is the next level if this doesn't hold. T13 is asking about an ORT update. So OORT here, another one breaking through support this previous week. It did put in a bearish retest, right? Spiked up, immediately got sold off. So essentially, when we had the majors peak, when stablecoin dominance hit 3.8% for the first time in early December, you saw many coins top at the same time, including OORT. Right, for example, you can see the high December 2nd, back to Cubic, it's the same thing, right? This is why we need to use the major charts. What was the high for Cubic December 2nd? Go look at stablecoin dominance. What was the low? When did it make that low down here? The first time. It happened on the 4th of December. But essentially nothing's going to be exact, but they do line up relatively well. So again, we need to use the majors. So anyways, in regards to OORT, well, it's made some fresh lows, and I do believe these are all-time low levels. Let's just go ahead and confirm that on CoinGecko. Yeah, these are all-time low levels for OORT. So again, another solid project, but with the current market just being a value extraction from the cabal, no altcoins can essentially hold, especially the micro caps. This thing is a $20.2 million market cap. So the update here, let's see. So the 0.27 is all the way down at 1.9 cents. So we really would not like to see that. In reality, I should have pulled the fib like this, my bad, from swing low to swing high. This is the actual level that I was looking for, is this point, negative 0.27. And it's over here at 5.1 cents. Okay, so there's really there's nothing to go off here except for Fibonacci extension levels, because these are all-time low prices. So this 0.27 sticks out, 5.1 cents. Ideally, some type of reversal ensues here, and it does appear that we could have a potential double bottom forming with bullish divergence, potentially. Too early to call just yet. But yeah, this fib extension, the 0.27 at 5.1 cents, ideally this ends up being some type of reversal level. If not, let's kind of wait for the overall market to give more indication, because as a low cap, this will only pump when market conditions are bullish, and especially in the AI sector. But yeah, as of right now, you got the 0.27 coming up at 5.1 cents. Ideally, that ends up holding as support. And let me just see, if I pull the fib using this swing low to this swing high, what do we get? Well, we got it at 2.4 cents. So yeah, we wouldn't like to see that, but it's on the table potentially. Really, again, we're in uncharted territory here at all-time low prices. So there's really no TA to go off other than fib extensions. And that 0.27 is coming in at 5.1. So ideally, that does form some type of reversal. But if the market crashes and you see USDT dominance spike up to 5%, it's probably going lower than 5.1 cents. Crypto Junkie Princess with the super chat. Thank you, Crypto Junkie Princess. Says, hi, thoughts on Russell on base? Toshi dog brother. Okay, so Russell is Toshi's dog brother. It's interesting. I have not seen this meme coin. It's 4 months old. I'm surprised I've never seen it before. Thoughts on Russell? Well, if it's actually Brian Armstrong's dog, that's cool. That's good, right? That seems to be a narrative. CEO of Coinbase is Brian Armstrong's dog, Kita Inu. Okay, yeah, I've seen this picture before. So thoughts on this one? Well, it's Brian Armstrong's dog. His cat got listed on Coinbase. It pumped to a 900 million market cap. It almost hit $1 billion. And, that was a very crazy parabolic pump, right? The type of pump where that we're in the crypto market for. So this is his dog. Could it do something similar? Of course, it could potentially do something similar. But as of right now, looking at the chart, it is very range bound. Like most base meme coins at the moment, it is very range bound. With your range low at 0.0019, range high at 1 penny. And it's smack dab in the middle, technically trading in the discount of the range. So yeah, most base meme coins are sold off pretty hard because they're largely connected to Ethereum. And Ethereum obviously is not in the best light at the moment with the hack and everything. So yeah, if you want to enter this or any other base meme for that matter, I would be looking to buy it as close to the range low or as close to support as possible. And a DCA approach is solid. Okay, but yeah, in general, Russell, it's a 4 million market cap, so it's already like off the ground. Personally, on base, KeyCat is undervalued at the moment, at least in my opinion, right? KeyCat is one I talk about in all my base videos. not because they ask me to, but because I want to, because I think this is actually one of the better memes on Base. But yeah, below 30 million on KeyCat is primo, and it's currently at 28 million. So that's certainly a good one. A lot of people asking about Ski Mask Dog right now. So let's go take a quick look at Ski Mask Dog. I did post in the Mastermind the optimal level for the reversal is going to be down here in the 30 million market cap levels. I think I did discuss that on stream last week as well. But lo and behold, yeah, I did discuss it on stream, I remember. But yeah, lo and behold, respect the downtrend. Respect the lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, now another lower low. And it did come very close to 30 million market cap. It went as low as 42 million. It is bouncing today back up to 62.5 mil. It's up 34% on the day. But yeah, Ski right now, it's coming into areas of interest for sure. All right. Down here at 30 million, this was in my head when it was still trading up here at 100 million, the optimal level for a reversal. It did come very close to it. It did not touch my level, right? There was obviously a different level that it reacted off of here. But yeah, if we do see the stablecoin dominance, if we see another crash, you'll be able to get Ski around 30 million and below, and that's where I'm an interested buyer. Don't forget, lads, this thing went up like 200x in the period of like 3 months or so. Sorry, in 1 month it went up 200x, not 3 months. In 1 month, the coin went 200x. So being that it rose so quickly, so fast, it's just kind of, is it physics? Is it just how markets work? It's one of those, but yeah, is it reflexivity? When something just spikes up, it can't sustain itself. Essentially, that's what's happened here. If a coin goes up 200x in 33 days, it's likely going to come back down. Parabolic rallies like this are very hard to sustain. But anyway, Ski, the levels. They're marked right here. If you see them, good opportunities in my opinion for another run up. And at this point, the thing doesn't even need to make a new all-time high to get some decent gains from it. All right, we got some super chats rolling in. And Crypto Junkie Princess with another super chat says, "Thank you, KeyCat is my fave. How about Frock?" Never heard of this one before, actually. Frock on Base. It looks new. It just launched on the 13th. That's odd. Like, there's a green candle on the 13th of February. And then it looks like it was tradable. So they launched the contract on the 13th, but I guess they didn't make it tradable until the 18th. Correct me if I'm wrong, if there's any developer watching this. But yeah, that's odd. I haven't heard of this one before, but it looks like the launch was super hyped up, and it looks like a farm, right? With the spike up like this, it probably got shilled by a bunch of influencers, and it looks like they have a lot of selling has taken place. Obviously, market dynamics haven't been too bullish, but yeah, this looks like a farm, especially if you go look at the top traders. Okay, number one bought 200. Somebody new to buy 250K of some random token called Frock on Base that launched a week ago. That's odd, right? Somebody having the balls to put in 250K and make a profit of $610,000 in a week from Frock on Base. The number 3 trader put in $3,700 and he managed to walk away with a realized profit of 450 grand. You see where I'm going with this? I would stay far away from Frock. It looks like a farm. It looks like another bullshit scam token. So I would not touch this one. Let's see. Crypto Maniac says, "Don't have enough to join in the mastermind, so this is support what you do and how much you have helped me. Anything on light AI." Well, Crypto Maniac, thank you for the super chat, man, and thank you for the kind words. And, all good. I'll continue to do these live streams. I'll continue to show up here on YouTube. So yeah, join when you're ready, but, I'll continue to do these for everyone. Of course, just YouTube live streams for the public in general. So thank you for that very kind super chat. And now anything on the light chain AI. I haven't heard of this one either, light chain AI. It looks like it is not even out yet. Or is it? The contract is deployed. No, this thing isn't being traded. So a new AI blockchain. And it looks like they're raising money currently. They've raised 16.6 million. Yeah, I can't really speak on this. First time I'm seeing this. I mean, that's a lot of money to raise, 16.6 million bucks. I have nothing to say because I need to look into it further. But yeah, I mean, definitely risky to go into a pre-sale like this. 16.6 mil is a lot of money to raise, and this is the public round. They probably have a seed round. They probably have a private round already. So look into the tokenomics, and I have doubts without even looking at them, but nothing's confirmed because I actually need to look at that. But I'll do that off stream. Anyways, Crypto Maniac, ask me again in the next stream and I'll give you an answer. But for now, I would deep dive into the tokenomics because my eyebrows are raised in suspicion on that project. All right, what's up here, guys? Hype Vapor. So yeah, Vapor is, I believe it's the AI agent launchpad on the Hyperliquid chain. And like all AI agents, it was just a passing fad. Burj Khalifa. Currently, it's floored out at an 8 million market cap. So potentially, this is what I see happening for Griffin most likely at this point in time. It's likely going to floor out like this. If Griffin puts in a V reversal to short squeeze, I would be very surprised personally. To me, it just looks like a total insider extraction. Just got caught up in the wrong coin, essentially. It's Solana scam, essentially. But anyways, Hyperliquid Vapor. Vapor is the AI agent launchpad for Hyperliquid. And it looks cooked. If you want to buy this, be my guest, I wouldn't. That's my short answer. Now, if you're going to buy anything on the Hyperliquid blockchain, it should probably be the main coin, which is Hype. And let's take a look at Hype real quick. And on the daily, so it looks like it did come back down to test support. Over here at 22, it has bounced. Okay, it's been holding really well above 20 bucks. Of course, everyone wants to buy it down here in this demand zone at 19, but it's really not budging. So if you're bullish on Hype, I think a DCA strategy in this range is a good idea. And then basically go heavier if it does end up dropping to sub 20 bucks. But yeah, when it comes to something like Vapor, I would just stick to the main thing, which is the Hyperliquid token itself. Quick look at Tau subnets. Tau trading for $429. And as you can see here, Shoots is back to the number 3 subnet after dipping. Most of these are just in consolidation. And I do have another video coming out on Tau subnets to talk about my most bullish ones. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, in general, I do see these subnets as opportunity, especially if you're already holding Tau. Again, I don't think it's a smart idea to put all of your Tau into subnets. But anyone who took the risk early and bought on day one, there were so many opportunities for crazy trades, 10x's, 20x's, 30x's. A few people in my community absolutely crushed it. I made some good ones. But in general, the Tau subnets, think of it as like Virtual's agents was all kind of bullshit. It was just all vaporware. Think of Tau subnets as actual legitimate AI companies, AI startups, and not just a Twitter reply bot. Some of these subnets will rise to the top and be valued way higher than they currently are. I have my most bullish picks, but in reality, the market will decide which ones will accrue the most value. But I think there's going to be some really crazy wins that do come out of the Tau subnets. And the more value that Tau accrues, the more bullish it is for all of the subnets. Now, when it comes to the Tau token right now, there's no reason to get all excited or anything because it has not reclaimed the previous swing high. Okay, you can see the previous swing high is up here at $498. It got listed on Coinbase. Where did it wick to? It wicked to the PSH, but it didn't reclaim it. It didn't close above it. It put in a very bearish rejection off of the level. All right, so at this point in time, it does look like Tau is not ready to break out yet, which is what I was expecting. I did not expect it to reclaim this previous swing high. All right, I did not expect that. So yeah, we should expect now more range-bound price action, like the majority of the market, right? Like Bitcoin, like Ethereum, most of these alts. Until they can reclaim these key previous swing high levels, there's no reason to get all excited for a major rally and trend reversal happening. Okay, when that happens, yes. But as of right now, everything is largely uncertain. So expect it to basically continue to range for the time being. And if we are going to see another flash crash, we could potentially see Tau in the low 200s again. And that would be the time. If you haven't loaded up any yet, that would be the time to load up. If you want to establish a Tau position, there's no guarantees that happens. Ultimately, Tau likely to trade above 4 figures. But as of right now, it's a waiting game, and it looks like it just wants to range and chop around some more longer. All right, guys, I do have to go, actually. I'm sorry to end this live stream abruptly. Now, Cryptomaniac, I have not heard about that pre-sale. And like I said, I do have a lot of suspicions about it. My eyebrows are raised in suspicion. Anyways, guys, we got to wrap this one up. I got to go. So thank you for all being here. We got a solid hour in this live stream together, and we covered a lot of really important stuff. I'll be live again tomorrow, so don't fret. Don't get too upset. We'll be back tomorrow. If I didn't get to your question, I know there's a lot of people here. Don't worry. We'll get to it tomorrow. So subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed right now. It's time for me to go. Have a great night, everyone. Enjoy your Saturday evening, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Connor from Crypto Empire signing out. See you in the next one.